Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday morning. When I first got up this morning, stock index futures were above fair value, but now they've flipped, and we've got Dow futures currently down 175 points. So it looks like we may see some selling at the open on Friday morning, but it is still early. Things could change. Not a busy economic calendar on Friday. Not expecting a lot of volatility off the numbers that come out at 8:30 this morning. Now, looking at the TSX, we made a new low for this move yesterday before closing slightly lower on the day. For the week, we're down 1.59%, trading down into the channel. For the month, we're down 2.79% and trading back in the channel. Certainly nowhere near the lows from December or January. Looking at the S&P 500, again, we made a new low yesterday before recovering. That looks like an outside reversal day. Don't think we're going to get fall through to the upside on Friday, but of course things could change. For the week, the S&P 500 is down 1.64%. For the month, it's down 1.58%. And I'm sure some people are talking about the fact that we're down for the third week in a row. Looking at the VIX, and the VIX pulled back yesterday, had a bearish reversal day on Wednesday. We're back below 2188, and of course that 200-day moving average is currently holding the VIX in check. Now, looking at the sectors and subsectors of the U.S. market, it's not looking very good. What's normal about it, of course, is the consumer discretionary is selling off while consumer staples are holding their own. Consumer staples are currently on a buy signal, but as you can see, there's no trend. The biggest loser so far in 2023 has been the healthcare sector. It's been in a downtrend since early December. Then looking at semiconductors, they had a nice big up day yesterday. That was on the back of NVIDIA, which gapped higher and closed up over 14% on the day. Now, would I chase that trade? Well, the answer is absolutely not. We've traded up through the top of the panic zones. Obviously, that's panic buying, and whatever catalyst caused traders to go crazy yesterday, it'll probably dissipate over the next couple of days. So I certainly wouldn't want to chase that. Semiconductors across the board were up yesterday. Even Intel was up just a little over 0.5%, and then AMD was up 4.1%, trading back into the channel. We need to close on Friday for AMD above 82.45. Not expecting that to happen. Quick look at the Canadian market. The TSX and the TSX 60 have traded down to the 200-day moving average, so it'll be interesting to see if the market wants to hold those levels or not. We do have consumer staples outpacing consumer discretionary at the moment, and that, of course, is what should happen during a recession. And then we've got the gold index making a new low yesterday. It held 260. It closed at 261.35. If we start breaking down below 60, then I would imagine that 250 is going to be our next target. We are down at the bottom of the panic zones. A pressure zone has formed. We would certainly entertain any buy signals at this point. Unfortunately, we're now below the flypaper channel, so our expectations on the upside would be rather limited at the moment. If we go back in time, you can see we traded up to the flypaper channel and pulled back, up to the flypaper channel and pulled back, and then finally on the third try, we got up over the flypaper channel. So not expecting a lot from the gold sector, even if it does turn around at these current oversold levels. Let's finish off today's presentation looking at my 5 stocks. I'm currently short 4 of the 5 stocks, and starting off with Apple. Apple's been on a sell signal for the last couple of days. It is still finding support at this open gap here and stuck to the 150 level. If we start to break down below that gap, then 143.75 and 137.50 start to come into play. Looking at Amazon, we've been short Amazon for the past few weeks, trying to get to 87.50. You can see that there's a gap right here that could act as a magnet and a potential area of support. We'll just have to wait and see. And then the CME group, if you've been with us for any length of time, you know that for the longest time, the CME group was my disappointment and was trading sideways. Finally, it broke out and moved 2 lines up, so we've been able to take money off the table up here at 187.50 and hoping to get up to 193.75. But so far nothing has happened in that regard. We moved up to those levels and stopped. And now on Friday, we're looking for a close below 184.22 to kick us out of the CME group. Then looking at Goldman Sachs, again, we've been on a sell signal for the last couple of days, holding 359.38 as support. If that breaks, then we would expect a move down to 343.75. And last up, but we're currently short Visa. Visa is holding 218.75. If that breaks, then that opens up the possibility to move down to 210.94 and then 203.13. Now, Visa had a pretty interesting event last month. We had a huge move up and a huge reversal. Luckily, we had orders in ahead of time that got filled. And then at the end of the day, we were sitting with a very small position and got kicked out a couple of days ago, and so we're on a sell signal right now, expecting lower prices for Visa. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. Stock index futures continue to trade lower, with the Dow futures currently down 186 points. So we are looking for some selling at the open on Friday morning. Have a great day, enjoy your weekend, and the next time you'll hear my voice is on Sunday.